Magikarp and Magma and Vismagius and Magneton and Jigglypuff and Geodude and Genesect and Jolteon and Crustle and Cresselia, Cryogonal and Croconaw and Bellsprout and Veloz and Belt and Barnaby and Bulbasaur and Duos and Duocean and Dedenne, Duskbuster Trio and Tyragon, Typhlosion and Tituga, Tyrant, Tynamo and Piplup, Pichu, Pidgeotto, Pineco, Pyro, Piloswine and Articuno, Arbok, Arcanarcheus and Arcanine. The Scyther and Survivor and Superior and Cyndaquil and Esper and Escavalier and Execute and Escadrille and Lillipup and Lilligant, Lilio, Lidwig, Latios and Golem, Golok, Golbek, Golduck, Aridos and Gyarados. There's Heatran and Hippowdon, Heatmore, Heliolisk and Hitmonlee, Combuskin and Conkeldurr, Corfish, Corsola and Cottondees, and Strikers, Violet, Zygarde, Zazu, Zorua, Azumarill, Happiny, Pidgeot, Pachirisu, Poliwhirl and Petalil, Monferno and Minccino and Mime Jr., Mine and Meditite, and Ninjas, Nidorino, Nuzleaf, Natu, Ninetales, Almanite, and Bidoof, Bayleaf, Boldor, Bronzor, Bonsly, Bergmite, Gorabyss, Terrakion and Tedious, a Toxicroak and Togekiss. The Sunshot, Sunken, Snubble, Shuckle, Shroomish, Scrafty, Scatterbug, and Volplume and Vanillite, and Yveltal, Eevee, Avalite, Chirim, Chimecho, Chestnut, and Charmeleon, and Oshawott, and Diglett, Ducklet, Golett, Rufflet, Wobbuffet, and Whimsicott. There's Ludicolo, Lugia, Lucario, Luminion, Flabebe and Fletchinder, Floatzel, Flareon and Finneon, and Marchop and Maractus, Marill, Masquerain and Malamar, and Tangela and Talonflame, Tyrantrum and Tyranitar, Kakuna and Kadabra, Cat and Kecleon and Keldeo, Azuro, Azov, Abra, Aggron, Absol, and the Bomberstone, and why not Whooper, Watcher, Wurmple, Whirlipede, and Wormadam, and Regis and Roselia, and Relicanth and Reshiram. There's Volbeat, Voltorb, Volcarona, Vivillon, and Vullaby, so Waddle, Pseudo, Wordo, Psyduck, Seismitoad, and Sableye, and Bagon, and Binary, Betic, Beautifly, and Butterfree, Chinchino, Chansey, Chinchou, Chimchar, Charmander, and Cherubi. There's Gerda and Gathita and Garboda, Garchomp, Gardevoir, Livani and Lavesta, Lovedisk, Leafeon and Larvitar, and Poignard and Pangoro, Paris, Pidgey and Pidove, Pignite, Macargo and Magmortar, and Meganium and Magnemite, Altaria, Aloma, Mola, Aerodactyl, Aegislash, Riolu, Rodson, Rock'n'Roller, Regirock and Rapidash, and Sylveon and Sigilif and Simusage and Subicia, and Frostlass, Fracture, Furfree, Ferret, Ferrothorn and Frogadier. There's Haunter and Hawlucha, Horsey, Herdia and Heracross, and Mora and Amoonguss and Aromatisse and Ampharos, and Delibird and Delphox and Delcatty and Darmanitan and Licky, Licky, Clink, Clank, Clink, Clank, Nidoran and Nidoran. There's Palkia and Palpitoad and Probopass and Pumpkaboo and Meowstic, Miltank, Milotic and Moth and Mr. Miminfu and Brilliant, Bronzong, Braviary, Ekans and X-Bloodline, Clefairy, Concha, Cleffer, Klefki, Crocodile and Cricketune, Solosis, Solrox, Celebi, Silcoon, Sulphurus, Simipour and Lipid, Luxray, Lopunny and Leatherbar and Ivysaur, Durant and Duskull, Dwebble, Drifloom, Dragonair and Drapion, and Gibble, Gumigasly and Garvantula and Gastrodon. There's Timpo, Toadwig, Tangrowth, Tepig, Togetic and Tentacle, and Stumpy, Stunky, Staryu and Staravia and Tentacruel, and Caracosta, Carablast and Camerupt and Caterpie, and Manky, Manti, Manti, Mandibuzz and Manaphy. There's Behemoth and Bishop and Barbarical, Barbochkabite and Darumaka, Duswa, Drowsy, Judigan and Dragonite, Fiona and Infernape, Inkay, Illumise, Igglybuff and Rosa, Raydrake, Quasar, Wailer, Watertool and Wigglytuff, Victini and Vanillish, Vulpix, Victreebel and Venomoth, and Pampy, Froakie, Frillish and Floettra, Floon and Vigoroth, Yamega, Yamask, Yama, Mighty, Yana, Muna, Barrowak, and Slowpoke, Slackoth, Slugma, Slurper, Sweeper, Spoink and Spinnerack. There's Nidorina, Giratina, Gudra, Porygon, Goldina, Namu and Incada, Nocturne, Nosepass, Noivern, Nidoqueen, and Thunderous, and Tropius, and Trubbish, and Trapinch, and Throw, and Zubat, Zubat, Noibat, Ubat, Bufalot, and Luxio. There's Poochyena, Ponyta, and Politoad, and Porygon, Emolga, Embo, Elekid, and LGM, and Polion, and Suicune, Swinub, Swanna, Swampert, Swallows, and Swablu, Swadloon, and Zapdosecrum, Zoroark, and Xerneas, and Zigzagoon, and Charizard, and Chikorita, Chattel, Krabby, Cranidos, and Meloetta, Makuhita, Metapod, and Metagross, and Torchic, and Tornadus, Torkoal, Totodile, and Togepi, Skorupi, Skiddo, Skiploom, Skuntank, Scraggy, Scrop, and Skarmory. There's Shuppet and Sharpedo and Shedinja, Shundaloomin, Chow, and Groudon, Growlithe, Gliscor, Glalie, Glaceon, and Glameow, Hydreigon, Flygon, Florges, Fingers, Flaffy, Feebas, Basculin, and Chespin, Spinda, Darkrai, Rhydon, Donphan, Phantom, Fennekin. There's Cubtree, Curum, Cubane, and Cobalion, and Kabutops. Aurorus and Armado are an Ambipalm and Archeops, and Poliwag and Pelipper and Pample, Porygon, Zepatrat, Vaporeon, and Vespiquen, and Venipede, and Venonat, Rhyperia, and Regigigas, Rheoniclus, Remoraid, and Gothorita, Cophagrigus, Zangus, and Sligugolate, and Haxorus, and Helioptile, Himon, Doom, and Gloom. Staraptor, Statler, Stoutland, Steelix, Squirtle, Spritzy, Spiritomb. There's Binacle and Baltoy and Bibarel and Bayonet, Badoo and Mesprit and Matang and much like Smokero, Mudkip, Muck and Mew and Fletchling, Jingling, Dealing, Wheezing, Slacking, Sloking, Nidoking and Wingull, Goppin, Pincers, Skit, Skitty, Timber, Ursaring. There's Trevenant and Taurus and Torterra and Octillery, Deoxys and Dialga, Dugong, Doduo and Diggersby, Electrike and Electric and Electivire and Ledyark, Cascoon, Kyogre, Coffin, Kinkler, Curlia and Kangaskhan, and Napalm and Rampardo, Spiro, Poliwrath and Scolipede, for Alligator, Farfetch, Firo, Fortress and Ferroseed, and Sandry, Sceptile, Servine, Caesar, Seedot, Seedra, Celio, Clefable, Claydol, Cloyster, Clample, Clawitzer and Kabuto. There's Machoke and Mareep and Marshtomp, Moor, Magby, Magnezone, and Loudred and Laleep and Lotad, Lickitung and Lunatone, and Hunter, Hariyama, Hitmonchan and Anorith, and Gligar, Gengar, Gogo, Golgai, Scraveler, and Gigalith. There's Purloin and Perugly, Persian Primate, Primplop, Pupitar, Unknown and Pheasant, Umbreon and Onyx, Oddish, Omastar, Vibrava and Vanilluxe and Virizion and Venusaur, Electabuzz, Electrode and Electros and Executor, and Carbink and Carvana, Casform, Cagnia and Carnivine, and March and Pamushana, Moltres, Mischievous and Mamoswine, Excelgor, Slowbray, Swellix, Swellow, Starly, Starmie, Spheal and Seal, and Raion, Raikou, Raichu, Rosum, Raticate and Registeel. There's Hoothoot, Ho-Oh, Honich, Honchcrow, Hoppip, Hypno, Hippopotas, and Lapras, Laron, Lampant, Lantern, Landorus, and Latias, and Snorlax, Sassy, UCC, King, Kingdra, Drago, Jalakazam, and Trico, Combi, Beetle, Drubba, Burmy, Meowth, and Medicham. There's Whiscash, Whismur, Warren, Wormur, Weavile, Weedle, Weeping Bell, Ninja, Gramble, Grumpy, Grimer, Grovel, Grapple, Gapitel, Jatini, Double, Dustle, Sussel, Sino, Ditto, Dodrio, Quilava, Quagsar, Fish, Quilladin, and Ordinal, and Blastoise, Blissey, Little Weasel, Blaziken, and Bastardon, and Snorus, Nova, Snivy, Sneasel, Smooch, and Sweedle, Espeon, Cradilly, Crobat, Krogan, Crawdon, Krokorok, and Kricketot. And Sandos, Ancestors, like Sorkin, Salamence, and Samurott. There's Chelmet, Jealous, Shelder, Shelgon, Shield, and Champion, Shifty Shakes, and Jealous, and Girafarig, Jirachi, Jotic, Jumble Chinks, and Lombre Breaks, and Nente, Taylor, Rattata, and Mewtwo 2. Plus, Pancham, Passio, Passage, Parasect, and Pikachu! They come from land and sea and sky, from space or subterranean. And they may be more like Hooper, Andy, Anti, and Volcanion.